Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is July 15th, 2025, and Hansi Flick has requested from Barcelona to accelerate 5 exits. Also, Ter Stegen for the second day has trained separately from the group. And finally, another goalkeeper has left the club. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo. I will begin this video with the news that today was the second day of training in the preseason. Of course, Sunday was the medical testing. Yesterday, Monday was the first day. Today was the second day, and there are only 8 days left until Barcelona begin their Asia preseason tour, where they're going to play matches in Japan and South Korea, and where it's expected that Barcelona will announce their away kit in the match against Vissel Kobe, the former team of the legend Andres Iniesta. And I have to say, I'm very, very excited for that kit. Of course, it will be the Kobe edition. We've shared pictures on the channel in previous videos, but that's not the news, of course. The news is that ahead of the preseason tour, Hansi Flick has requested from Barcelona to accelerate the exit of 5 players. Now, it looks like Hansi Flick would rather not take these players that are on the exit ramp to Asia, because of course it doesn't make sense to take a player who's not going to be at the club, because that player is going to take the spot of someone else who could be staying at the club. Also, if that player does end up sealing his exit, then you would have to abandon the preseason tour halfway through, have to fly back to Barcelona. And finally, because it would be a little bit uncomfortable, because Flick has already spoken to the players that Barcelona does not count on. He's already told them, hey, the club doesn't count on you. So it would be kind of awkward to be like, oh, hey, come with me to the preseason tour, even though I just told you that you are out of this club. Now you might ask, well, Mo, who are these 5 players that Hansi Flick wants the club to accelerate their exits? So, of course, there is Iñaki Peña, who Barcelona don't count on, since Joan Garcia will be number 1, Wojciech Szczesny number 2. Uriel Romeo, he's back from his loan from Girona. The club also don't count on him. Pau Victor, who even though Flick would not mind if Pau Victor stays, Barcelona do want to offload him. Ter Stegen, which Flick already met with him and told him that he's not going to be the starter. And finally, a center back, because Barcelona have decided that, having 4 center backs with big salaries, or technically, big names, does not make financial sense, that it's better to have the 4th center back be from the academy, someone with lower profile, much smaller salary. So Barcelona want to offload a 4th center back. Of course, there was talks about Araujo, but it's not looking like he's leaving. Christensen was the one that the club were really trying to push out, since his contract expires next season. But as we know, he's also refusing to leave. So we'll see who ends up leaving. It doesn't look like anybody, but whoever does, Flick wants these 5 players, to be offloaded before the preseason tour, because again, it doesn't make sense to take players who are about to leave the club all the way to Japan and South Korea. Now, speaking of Ter Stegen, since we did mention his name today for the second day in a row, the German goalkeeper trained apart from the group and was seen training at the gym by himself. Now, when I reported yesterday that Ter Stegen had trained by himself during the first day of training, I told you that we did not know why. We didn't know if it was Flick who told him, you have to train by yourself. We didn't know if the player said, hey, F this, I'm going to train by myself since I'm not a starter. Well, now we know. Barcelona have communicated to the press that the reason why Ter Stegen has been training on his own is due to back discomfort. As we know, Ter Stegen has suffered from back injuries in the past, and the club claiming that Ter Stegen now has back discomfort, and that's why he's training on his own. Now, while this is going on, it's reported that Ter Stegen's agent has been making moves in the market. He's been calling intermediaries for other clubs. He's also contacted clubs who have declared their interest for Ter Stegen, like Monaco, who brought up Ter Stegen's name during negotiations for the Ansu Fati transfer. It's also Galatasaray, who want to replace Muslera with Ter Stegen. So his agent is currently making moves. So who knows? Maybe Ter Stegen is thinking about leaving, and that's why he's training on his own, as to not get injured and be able to complete a transfer. Or maybe it is Barcelona who are isolating him. Again, we don't know. The official version is back discomfort, but for all we know, this could be just an excuse, just for optics, just for PR, because we've seen in the past when players are about to leave, the clubs usually issue the whole stomach virus injury excuse, and then a few days later you find out that player has left. So we don't know exactly. Official version, back discomfort. It could be something else, or who knows? Maybe it is truly back discomfort and there's nothing else going on. behind closed doors. Now, speaking of goalkeepers, another goalkeeper has left Barcelona, and this one is Aaron Yaakobishvili, the 19-year-old goalkeeper who had a spectacular season last season with Juvenil A, winning La Trebel, and who recently renewed his contract with Barcelona until 2028. And having outgrown the Juvenil A and having Barca Athletic being relegated to 4th Division, Yaakobishvili has now officially left to FC Andorra on a one-season loan because, as I reported before, Gerard Piqué has reached out to Barcelona and reached an agreement where Barcelona would loan FC Andorra, who just got promoted to 2nd Division, with academy players. That way FC Andorra get reinforced, and then Barcelona benefit from that because by having their young stars, playing in 2nd Division, it's going to be much better than having them playing in 4th Division with Barca Athletic, and that's going to be the case for Aaron Yaakobishvili. Now, I said that this is another goalkeeper that leaves because, of course, a few weeks ago, I reported that Ander Astralaga, the Barca Athletic goalkeeper, has also left on loan. He left to Granada in the 2nd Division. So that means that Diego Cochen and Eder Ayer will be, or Ayer, I should say, will be the two goalkeepers for Barca Athletic. Iker Rodriguez and Max Bonfil will be the goalkeepers for the Juvenil A. And of course, this upcoming season will be kind of a test for those for the three goalkeepers: Diego Cochen at Barca Athletic, Yaakobishvili at FC Andorra, and Ander Astralaga at Granada, to see which one of these three will become the third first-team goalkeeper behind, of course, Joan Garcia and Wojciech Szczesny. Now, right now, the club are betting fully on Diego Cochen, but of course, this next season could change things. Now, on to the next bit of news, because it's being reported that Bayern Munich have made a 67.5 million euro offer to Liverpool for the signing of Luis Diaz. And guess what? Liverpool have rejected that offer, and they're stating that they're not going to let Luis Diaz go for anything less than 100 million euros. Yes, you heard that correctly. It seems that the price tag of Luis Diaz has gone up from 85 to 100 million euros, not euros. Absolute insanity. 100 million euros for Luis Diaz. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. But of course, this is not that Liverpool truly think that Luis Diaz is worth 100 million. This is them saying he's not for sale. But if you insist, sure, let's cash out and make a lot of money off this transfer. And this is something I predicted a couple of weeks ago with the tragic passing of Diogo Jota. I said there's no way Liverpool are going to want to get rid of Luis Diaz, and I think this is a clear message that, hey, Luis Diaz is not for sale, but hey, if you want to go crazy, we'll take your 100 million euros and have a good day. Now, it's reported that Deco is still obsessed with bringing Luis Diaz to Barcelona. I don't know why. I mean, is he in love with him? I don't know. But of course, at this point, I consider it a closed chapter. I mean, if we couldn't afford 85 million euros, we definitely can't afford 100 million euros. Plus, even if we could afford, that would be absolute insanity to pay that much money for Luis Diaz. So Deco, my man, please, bro, just cut your losses. Know when to let go, because it's impossible. It's impossible. I mean, don't get me wrong. Luis Diaz is a great player. He would be a great addition to Barcelona, but it's just not possible. 100 million euros, that's just insanity. Anyways, let's end this video with the words of Barcelona's newest signing, Rooneys, who Barcelona officially announced yesterday, where Rooneys has signed a contract with Barca until 2029, having signed from FC Copenhagen for 2 to 2.5 million euros. And well, this is what Barcelona's newest signing had to say. I don't have words to describe how I feel right now. I'm very, very happy. It's a great day for me and my family, for everyone around me. It's a dream I had. It's unbelievable to be here. It's a great thing. Now, when asked to describe himself as a player, he said, I would say I'm a player who likes to have the ball. I always like to have the ball to ask for it. I'm a player who makes his teammates play better around him. I like to use my teammates, and yes, like I said, have the ball with me. Dribble, and shoot. Now, of course, we did do a reaction video to Rooneys. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. And finally, he was asked for his ambition, both as an individual level and on a team level, and this is what he said. Collectively, of course, the season the team had last year was incredible, and hopefully we can repeat that this year and go all the way in all competitions. On an individual level, of course, to gradually join the team and get some minutes, of course, and just show who I am and hopefully contribute with goals and assists, and just do my best to help the team and the club achieve its goals. Amen, Rooney Bargi. Amen. Let's hope Barcelona does go all the way in the competitions, and let's hope that you can help with that. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. We'll be uploading another video in a few moments, so stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, be Barca.